Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Theme Park Thursday Live. Last week, if you watched Theme Park Thursday Live, everyone was in favor of Jen riding the Velocicoaster. Well, you should know that 3 days after that Theme Park Thursday Live, Jen could not pick her head up off a pillow for 36 hours. But now it's Thursday once again, and I am pleased to announce here on this week's Theme Park Thursday Live that Jen will
No. Just say the thing. Just say it so we can start the show.
live streaming from New York.
It's Theme Park Thursday Live.
It's Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Dudes. Featuring Frank. And Jen.
This is Theme Park Thursday Live. She is Jen.
Hello. You don't know where to point.
I don't know anymore. And Frank, we are here. It's very hard during the opening. Why I really missed it the first couple of episodes. Like there's a long blackout at the end because so many comments come into the live chat right away. Over there, I want to see FOMO, and then I missed. But now I like watch and I see you like reading the comments and laughing. I'm like, I want to see you. No, I have to wait for the end of the video. Is this true? You're not really going to ride the Velocicoaster? Do we need to lock it up right now?
If there was ever a sign, it would be that vertigo takes me out 3 days after the conversation. That is a sign. I have only had that happen one other time. It was 6 months ago where, okay, I am prone to motion sickness. I get car sick. A lot of things happen. But being taken out by vertigo, one other time, 6 months ago, 3 days after that conversation, it happens again. Sign, and I will listen to it.
It was just those fuzzy seats of the Buick that we had when we were kids that made us.
I still get car sick. What's the excuse now?
And the cigarette smoke with the fabric seats. It was those two things combined.
Maybe a little bit. Shout out to the 80s.
Hello, thank you everyone who is joining us via the live chat. Hey, I got my live from New York Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Diz t-shirt.
Yay.
Ready to go.
I think there's a sale on TeePublic happening now.
I think it's a flash sale. Flash sale. It's flashes. Yeah, do it. So for the next 27 minutes or so, we will be delivering 3 topic subjects that we did not cover on the Theme Park Thursday podcast this week. And then we will carry over into DillosDizResort.com, where we have the exclusive Patreon post show. And we all meet up there after, and everyone makes fun of us a little bit more because isn't that mostly what happens here? I think so.
Correct. I'm laughing at comments like this and comments like this.
Yeah. Fair. Oh yeah, Skipper Bob, thank you very much. 30% off everything right now.
Also, while you're on TeePublic, head over to the Cretans Guild as well. Just shop around to all our friends. Yeah.
Did you see? I saw Theme Park Rob holding the Cretans Guild Championship, and he was wearing a Cretans Guild tee as well. Was he not? Can you confirm that?
Can you confirm that, Theme Park
Over
Rob?
at Disney Springs earlier this week, he had 17 of the 23 Oscar picks.
Speaking of FOMO, that was a FOMO. They had a whole photo shoot. They were hanging out. I mean, man. These are the times we should be living in Orlando.
These are the days you hold on to.
That was my prom song.
That's right.
Yeah, I know it was my senior prom song. Is TeePublic ever not on sale? Yes, Lewis. Normally when I'm looking to go buy something, that's the day. I'm like, all right, well, I'll wait it out maybe.
All right, 3 topics on the board tonight. You in the chat get to decide where we start, where we end up, the whole thing there. Topic number 1, Disneyland Paris royal renovations. If you don't know what that story is, maybe you'll pick this one first and we will review. Topic number 2, the big story earlier this morning, all the things on the Disney Wish, and it pretty much had all the things. It had so many things. I couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
And then there's this little thing happening tomorrow, and that's Disneyland reopening.
What?
So that's true. It's happening. So those are your 3 topics or subjects here. And what I've been saying that a lot lately, and I realize I'm like in like improv head when I do that. I'm like, what we need is a topic or a subject, a place or a thing. Like, just give us, shout something out from the audience.
Right.
So I realize I've been saying topic or subject a lot, and it's just like all of a sudden my improv game head went off. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Great. By the way, you totally forgot a newspaper today.
I did forget a newspaper today. I apologize. I got nothing.
All right. Wait. So topic 1 last. All right. Start topic 3. Are we doing 3, 2, 1? Is it just 3, 2? Can we just type in just 3, 2, 1? This first, last, next. I'm getting confused. Topic 3 first. Topic 2 next to last. Okay.
So we're starting with topic 3. The Disneyland reopening. And we take it over to my friends over at fortheloveofthemouse.com. Disneyland is opening tomorrow. They have a great, the blogs have been coming fast and speaking of Fast and Furious, their blogs this week, I feel like, are happening fast and furious. It's because of all the news. They're right on top of everything. So make sure to check out Crystal and Bryson over there at fortheloveofthemouse.com.
Hi, Hyperion Adventures. Welcome. Nice to see you here.
Speaking of Disneyland reopening,
perfect
tomorrow,
time. It's as if you knew and you didn't. I love this.
Sensed it. So what you need to, let me go through this article here. What you need to know before going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Make sure you have your ticket and theme park reservation confirmation. Yeah, just don't show up at the door, everyone. No. If you're starting your day at Disneyland Park, make sure you're in that Rise of the Resistance virtual queue beginning at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
There was saw some things about the time being shortened on the attraction today. The online check-in for hotels. I like this one. This is a good one because I definitely wouldn't know this if I had a car. Park at Mickey and Friends or Pixar Pals parking structures.
Oh,
I think I feel like that's a good information.
I feel like I have to write that down and save it somewhere, or probably just Google it again. I guess. Remember
your face covering. There's a load of topics or subjects over there. Topics or subjects. See, I'm saying it all the time.
Why are you saying that?
I don't know. I'm like, it was from the podcast too. You know how many topics or subjects I edited out of Theme Park Thursday this week? I was like, why am I saying it over and over again? Like, do I smell syrup? What's that? No. Then. Don't worry about that. It's fine. So let's discuss. Jen, you and I have not been to Disneyland. Hyperion Adventures were with us about maybe 6 weeks ago, talking about their pockets of Disneyland. And so I leave it to the chat to talk about what are some of the things when they inevitably head back to Disneyland that they're going to look most forward to, or maybe things that you want to recommend to us right now. We leave it to you in the chat to share and reminisce about Disneyland.
Yes. I wish I would. They're going on Sunday. I wish I was going on Sunday. We need to get there. I feel like in my head, 2022 has to be a big travel year, like to make up for all the lack of travel that's been happening in the last year and a half. But it's like, I don't know if my bank account understands that yet. So like they have to be on the same page. Cars Land. This is what I hear.
And I'm not that big. I was there 5 years ago today. Way to go.
Oh man. Happy anniversary.
That, Cars Land, because I'm not particularly a fan of the franchise, I appreciate that first movie for what it is, particularly not an Owen Wilson fan, but that's not the real reason. Cars I had not truck cars when I was a kid, but it wasn't my thing. Right. So that is the big
holdback for you.
The big holdback for me about it.
Yeah, Jen. But I know that Cars Land is like the thing to see. Obviously it's not like the thing for Frank, it's the Matterhorn, but it's one of those Dillos and Callie. Daniel, you'll have to meet up and help us. Yeah, but it's one of those must-dos in Disneyland. I know. And pictures I've seen and videos I've seen, it's amazing. The detail work is amazing to that land. So it's definitely something on my list. Lobster nachos at Lamplight, Hyperion says. All right, noted.
There was this is a random story, but I had to drive into Manhattan last week over to the hospital of special surgery, and I was parked outside for a while, and I was actually in front of a lobster food truck that had the line for the lobster food truck was crazy town.
Was it the main lobster, the brothers, the cousins, the Shark Tank people?
From the Shark Tank, I think it was. So
yeah, well, then yeah.
I didn't confirm. But it's like, am I eating lobster out of a food truck? That's the question.
Well, if it's that one, yeah.
Did I eat lobster that came out of the Utilidor and into the Columbia Harbor House? I did. So I guess it's fine.
And have you ever had it during like Food and Wine? Have you stopped off in America for the lobster roll? That's
America.
Like
have you stopped in America?
America.
I don't think I have actually, so maybe I'll take a look at what will be available during Flower and Garden for more lobster dishes.
This is a good question, and one I have as well. In my head, I'm always like, hey, I could do like a long weekend, right? You do one day in one land, one day in another. Would that do it? Do we need more time? Tom and Michelle did mention this fantastic date night basically that has to happen. So we have to all go together so that we can kid swap and have date nights in Disneyland as well. So now that's on the list. So that might add some time to it. But yeah, I'm going to need to know that as well. Steffer says 4 days. Let's see. Space Mountain is very different. 2 better and worse. How so?
Yeah, the Haunted Mansion. We have a lot of questions. The Haunted Mansion. I'm curious. I'm like afraid that I have to book around when it's like the 3 months of A Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, do I have to see the OG Haunted Mansion first, or am I going to be okay with the overlay from Nightmare Before Christmas?
Right.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions. Yeah. 3 days could be a busy trip, but you could have a great time. All right, good to know.
I used to be of the mindset where you're of the long weekend mindset. My mindset used to be, I just need to go to the original park. I don't need to go to California Adventure.
Right.
But I don't think that's necessarily true anymore.
Like I always see it as if I fly in on a Friday, I fly out on a Monday, can I just spend the weekend? Now I know the weekends are busier, so maybe I want to do that during the week, but that kind of idea here. So we're there for you. 2 days is good. 3 days is perfect. Good to know. All right. Good. All right. Well, I'm very excited for you, Tom and Michelle, and I can't wait to live vicariously through you on Sunday because it'll be a very exciting weekend for everyone going back to Disneyland. I cannot believe it's been closed this long. I mean, I can't, being in New York where like a lot of things are still closed, I can believe it, but still knowing that Disney World.
Even when the mayor of New York City announced your eyes just rolled to the back. Announced, everything will be open July 1st. I'm like, you don't even know what that means. So let's just ease in. We call it phased reopening.
Yeah.
Anyway, not to get political here at Theme Park there.
Da 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 da.
It's like, all right.
We next for all sides of the political spectrum too. we go back and forth.
Yeah, we have no problem. Topic 2, all the things on the Disney Wish. So this morning, 11 a.m. Eastern here, they had a big live stream event thing for everyone to watch. You got to see everything that's planned for the Disney Wish. They announced that they'll start booking, I think, May 27th. They said in the video it was May, but there was closed caption, which blocked the May 27th that was behind the closed captioning. So that's what I remember Ashley saying it, and then I was trying to read it and remembered that the cruise director's name is Ashley, so I feel like that's a win.
Sure.
There we go. We got Chapek appearances. He's working really hard on getting a very approachable tone to his voice. He's keeping those hands down low, so he looks like he's just casual and comfortable the whole time. And then Josh Tomorrow comes in and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna run this place. Are you ready? Are you excited?
Everybody loves me. How are you? Welcome."
Jen, what was, for the chat, drop in what were your favorite elements of the hour. If you caught it this morning or if you read an article about it, let us know what you might be most excited for. Jen, what jumped out at you this morning?
Everything. I rewatched it too before because I was watching and I was coming and going with the kids around, so I want to like focus in on it again. I mean, it's going to be insane, and it just looks so awesome. But obviously, like the adult areas are appealing to me because the only Disney cruise I have taken was pre-kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we hung out in the adult pool and the restaurants and all that kind of stuff. Now factoring like, oh, well, the next Disney cruise will probably be with kids. All those kids programs look amazing. You have like the Princess area, the Marvel area. You have the Splash Water Park that's all Toy Story. That looks awesome.
That look cool.
I mean, there's like the restaurants look awesome. There's everything. I mean, yes, Real Men Love Frozen Dining Room.
Oh
yes.
yeah. That was an eye popper.
Yes.
My eyes popped a little bit at the trap door that you slide down into the kids area. Like, and they were like, the adults have a door. I was like, hey, don't take the side of adults can't do Disney. What are you doing? I want to slide down like the beginning of Muppet Babies into the backyard.
Exactly.
Maybe that's all of you haven't seen that beginning.
Can they do that on like the next Disney cruise, or maybe somewhere in the parks, or maybe in one of the hotels, like a Disney? Well, there's no Disney TV. There's only the All-Star movies. But like that would be cool for that. And like you could go into the Muppet Babies backyard. That'd be awesome. I digress.
Yeah, the hyperspace lounge they talked about. Like, I really just want to list them all out like on a piece of paper and go, how do you do everything in a week?
I know.
How will you accomplish everything in a week?
I know.
So, and they announced the Aladdin stage show. They had 2 other stage shows in the work. Yeah, I agree that Marvel dinner looks like the diamond in the rough. It looks like the thing that is going to be like the trick up the sleeve. Yeah. The big wow. It seems to be that Marvel dinner, as Dr. Val mentioned here.
Yes, for sure. I
agree.
I mean, but it literally covers like everything. You have like Frozen, Marvel, all the princesses, Star Wars, Toy Story. But you got everything covered on that boat. I mean,
the Aqua Mouse, right? The Aqua Mouse, is that what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be crazy. I want to go on, and I want to go on now. I was asking our friend Steve over at Dashing Destinations, like, all right, what do you know about this so far? Where is it gonna go out of? That's what I want to know. And when is all this starting? But he said he doesn't have details yet, but he's expecting them soon, since I think bookings can happen soon. So I think next month or so.
Next month is in a couple of days, but I think it is May 27th.
So hopefully we'll know soon. Where, I mean, doesn't want to go out of New York? That's okay.
That would you can have your pick. You can do New York. You can do Bayonne, New Jersey. We're happy with either one of those.
That's right. That would be fine.
If you want to double up our money,
stop at Port Canaveral. That would be great too. Thank you.
Yeah, what's the ideal to get on that ship right now? What's the ideal scenario for it to go out locally or to go out of Port Canaveral? I mean, then you could do Walt Disney World for a couple of days at the end of your trip.
Right, which is like the dream. The land and sea trip is the dream. So it's really hard to say, but I do like the idea of like the little taste of Disney while you're out, you like rush over from Port Canaveral to do something. But yeah, 3 to 4 days. Yeah, that is true. It's a big boat. It can't be 3 or 4 days. My goodness. Anyway,
make you come back. They make you come back for more.
And you have never been on a Disney cruise.
I've never been on a Disney cruise. Yeah. I'm not, I got you with the motion sickness on rides. Yeah. Cruising is where I just can't. So I do the patch, I do the pills, I do the alcohol.
He's like this on a cruise the whole time. Like, oh, that's fine. I'm fine.
The last time the two of us were on a cruise, right? You were pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was a zombie for that.
Yes. Correct. And you wanted like an inside room, and I was like, oh, inside rooms, I can't do that. Yeah. So prego me, who I think maybe I got nauseous like once or twice because, of the situation, and you who was just
you look at pictures of me, I'm a zombie. And I want an interior room, which I usually get because I did a European cruise on the interior and I was pretty much fine. I did Celebrity a couple of years ago. An interior, pretty much fine. Oh, had a window. It was fine. But that cruise with you, the room was on the very front of the ship. I was looking out the front window, so I saw this the whole time. I saw this for the week.
You didn't have the room with like the view because we were on Celebrity? What were we on? Celebrity.
That was Celebrity too, yeah.
Did you have? You didn't look into like the mall area of the ship? I thought you had.
No, that was an older.
Oh,
one.
that was another cruise.
No, that was another one. That was a long time ago. Very far.
That was a very long time ago.
That's what we call mid 2000s.
It's not a great time for us.
Anyway. Hyperion Adventures with the Intel. I love it. Thank you very much.
Interesting. All right. So it'll be sold out by the 27th. Fantastic. Good to know. All right.
And we got 10 minutes left here. Yeah, Jen, go ahead.
Wait, hold on one more because Lewis is mentioning the fake window. I do like that. I think that's really cool. Would you do that though on the cruise? Like, because that's what's cool about those interior rooms on Disney cruises.
Well, there's a couple of things about the last cruise I was on. I wasn't a zombie because it wasn't jumping islands every night. So we weren't on the water every night. We went to Bermuda. 2 days I was a zombie. 3 days I was in Bermuda, not a zombie. It was not the zoo. And then we traveled back. And actually, I don't think I was even that bad coming back, but it's still like woof. 25. That's
20 foot. Oh my goodness.
No.
That just made Frank sick. See, once a week now, one of us will get sick from the conversations had here.
Yeah. Jen, I still think we got to get you on the Velocicoaster.
It's not happening. Do you want me to be in bed all day again on Monday? I can't.
All right. So how soon into the, because eventually they'll upload the ride POVs, as it were. Will you watch a ride POV just to get a better sense of it? Or do you want to be surprised when you go on it for the
No, I'll be watching for the ride that I won't go on. And I'll watch it like this probably to be like, just to see how long I could last watching.
You will watch it like this and not put it on the big screen?
I mean, this just this. How is everyone? If you're saying you're going to make a phone call, do y'all do this or do you do this? Write it in the chat. I don't know how you write that in the chat, but I feel like this would probably be likely just because that's what I'm on most of the time. Thanks for the updates every Sunday, iPhone, for telling me how much screen time I have.
I don't look at that anymore.
The TV is a good point. That might be easier.
Mr. Snidillo, is he excited for the Velocicoaster? Is he I don't know how big of a coaster guy Mr. Snidillo really is.
No, he's a coaster. He was telling me like, oh, well, you should go on Hulk and then you could do that. And I'm like, I'm not doing any of them, so that's fine. So yeah, I feel like he was more of a coaster guy, when he was working at Universal too back in the day. So he was on them all the time. But no, he's more of that than I am, which is why he can take the kids someday and I can go, okay, bye.
And topic number one, let's see if I can segue into this here. Disneyland Paris announces royal renovations coming to the Disneyland Hotel there. As finishing touches are put into place at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel. We're excited to share the iconic Disneyland Hotel will be receiving an ambitious transformation, making it the first to celebrate a royal theme. I guess it's going to beat that royal suite on the Disney Wish to a punch with the spiral staircase and everything.
I mean, is it? Because what beats that?
Our Imagineers will be infusing more beloved Disney storytelling and magic into the hotel with the addition of many princesses, princes, and queens from the studios like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and Frozen and Tangled, etc., etc. Because I don't feel like we circle back around on the IP conversations. How much IP on the cruise ships, like the Disney Wish today, had a lot of IP stuff, like Marvel here, Star Wars there. Everyone's mad excited, but somewhere else they'll be like, I hate the IPs. I hate the IPs.
I hate the IPs.
I hate IPs.
I hate Uncle Jamie.
I hate Uncle Jamie.
Love Actually fans? Anyone?
So eventually we're gonna have like footnotes at the bottom with what movie are we quoting, and we'll let you know.
We should have banners set up. Home Alone, Love Actually, and just click on them every once in a while.
So in the chat, I want to know where is your threshold for IPs
Okay.
at this time, right? Because
Mhm.
Disney Wish, everyone's excited. IPs everywhere. Stuff gets announced for the park sometimes. Everyone gets a little skittish. It's hit
Yeah.
and miss. It's all over the place. I want to know where you feel on because I'm, of the mindset of like Frozen in place of Maelstrom was fine. And Three
Mhm.
Caballeros in Mexico was fine. And I would,
Mhm.
Ratatouille in France is going to be fine.
Mhm.
So I'm not that nutty about it.
Mhm.
But, I know people have feelings, as and opinions like we all do.
Mhm.
So I'm curious. Where do you sit, Jen? Where is too much for you? Do you have a line? Do you have a threshold?
I think when it starts to hurt a little bit is if they start taking away something nostalgic. Then I'm like, ooh, don't do that. But I don't feel like that happens too often. Maelstrom is, an example, but I'm fine with it, whatever. But, I don't like, there's plenty of space still and there's unused buildings. Do it over there. Don't take things away.
Yeah. Lewis, did you watch let me know if you watched if you didn't watch The Wish today, that's fine. But like that royal suite, right? It's like you're cosplaying, right? It's like you're suggesting it's suggesting a royal theme, but it's not really like in the purple and colors of whatever movie it's suggesting, but it has the cosplay effect, as it were.
Right.
Tom and Shaw have zero problems with IP. I just think it's what did you feel like? You were robbed of some of your nostalgia when Maelstrom closes. We're gonna shake some people up. You did. You thought so. You had a little bit of a problem with Frozen.
Yes, I understood it as well, but I had a little bit of a problem with it because you're changing, especially in World Showcase, because each of those pavilions are very, they have cast members that are coming from those countries. They want the immersive country experience. So when you were throwing Frozen in there, I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's what happens with us a lot. We understand it. Like, again, the threshold of our hate of change, what we don't like change, like you just point at imagination and it's like, you didn't have to do any of that. You didn't, what you did twice. It didn't need the adjustments. I mean, every Horizons is beloved. I understood that need for attraction. You could have put that anywhere. You didn't need to put it where you put it.
Nope.
So, and I get sponsorship money, yada, yada, yada. And we don't need to go down this rabbit hole. It's 8:27.
Skipper Bob, this is a good question. And also I would say, will it ever happen again? Will there ever be an attraction that opens that is not IP at this point? I feel like no. I don't think we're going to get a Horizons again or a World of Motion again or whatever.
All right. We got 60 seconds left here. Okay. Let's pose that question before we go. Will there ever be an attraction in a Disney park that is not based on an IP? Yes or no? Yes, there will never be an attraction without an IP ever again, or no?
You're confusing people. There will be. Oh, there's phone's ringing. There will be IP. No, you're confusing people. I'm confused now. Will there ever be a ride or attraction that opens that is not related to an IP? Yes or no?
Yes or no? Place your votes now. Never again, Steffer says. Never.
Never again. That's what I kind of.
There will always be an IP from now on. And is that okay? I think it would be the follow-up question to that. Never. Theme Park Rob.
Yep. That's I feel like that too. Yes, says Lee. Lee, are you trying to be different, or do you believe that?
I mean, I think some things do come back around. Will it be in our lifetime? I don't know. But I think that's the other question. Again, to suggest, but I think that's right. But don't create the IP from the attraction. We got
what comes first, the chicken or the egg? That's that. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the fastest half hour in the wilderness here. We are taking Theme Park Thursday Live over to our post show on Patreon, DillosDizResort.com or patreon.com/DillosDiz.
Yes.
That's your virtual destination for exclusive Dillos Diz content. Thanks so much to everybody in the chat. We appreciate it. Good convo this week in the chat.
Yes.
We'll be back here on YouTube, 8 p.m. next week, Eastern. Until that time, she's Jen. I don't know. She's Jen. And I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
Deuces.